Yo, him dressed as Oprah is freaking amazing.
Right? He really getting in his bag now.
Yo, I love it. Sit in your mama's house.
And I wasn't a big Yachty fan, honestly.
I think Yachty is just mad fun.
No, yeah, he's fun, but like, I never listened to his songs.
Yeah. It's not every song with him, LA. There's just certain ones that he'll catch me and I'm like, yeah.
We're not his,
like the song he has.
Demographic, though, either.
Yeah, but like the song he has with Drum, that Broccoli song, that's what sold me on him. Because I love Broccoli. And then I started like seeing him and stuff and like listening to him talk. Like, he don't do drugs. He don't like nothing. He just hangs out with people that do.
He's just silly. He's
just silly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I could fuck with it. But yeah, that shit is so dope though. Fucking Drake.
Shout out to Yachty, Drake, and Baby.
Yo,
Baby.
I'm loving that video. You don't even know how much I love it. I've probably seen it like 4 times.
That actually made me my day, because I actually I miss that in music where like people would joke around and have fun.
Yo, that's what everybody's saying. Like, him and the Baby do such a great job at just being silly.
Yeah.
You know?
And
like,
having
super fun.
a good time. Like, you could tell they had a good time making that video.
Yeah, because I miss that. Like, looking at music videos and having something to laugh about. Like, it doesn't have to always be so serious.
Yeah, or like emotional. Like, I feel like at one point, like, all the videos were just like trying to get us in our feels and shit. And I'm like, alright, we need some laughs right now.
For real.
And with all this shit going on, like, honestly.
And can you believe that people really made it a big deal that he dressed up as Oprah and was like, oh, he's dressing up as a woman, and you know that's just it's messed up to the LGBTQ community.
How though? He's like shining
I'm glad
light
that you're
them.
explaining that, because one of the things too that like I saw brought up is that that's a common theme in black comedy. Like, everybody laughs at Tyler Perry, Jamie Foxx. Like, there's a lot of people that over history they've just done it. They're not necessarily like trying to dress like a woman. It's a specific stereotype that they're showcasing. Like, and a lot of times they'll be like, oh, I based it off my aunt, or I based it off this lady that lived in my building, or whatever. You know,
it's never to like be negative.
Yeah, I don't think that was it. I think they were just having a really good time and knew that Oprah was not about to do that shit.
Because even like Martin Lawrence, he did those Big Mama movies.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was funny. He wasn't being disrespectful or anything.
You know what I'm saying? Big Mama's house was lit. And then, look at Eddie Murphy and the Nutty Professor. Like, he was definitely... Hercules! Okay. Oh, shit. We didn't even introduce the pod. We wildin'.
We always do that.
I know, right? Okay, guys. What up? Welcome to episode 3 of the Untamed Gems. It's me, your girl, Kayla. And we got the homie Tara here.
Hey.
And you know, V-Dog in the back playing, what's she playing today?
Call
of Duty as per usual. Just fucking shit up.
That or Fortnite.
Yeah, that or Fortnite. She just be over here fucking shit up. Y'all know me. I be shooting at the sky and shit because, you know, I don't play video games.
What are you shooting in the sky?
Okay, so what had happened was I was playing on my brother's live, and I don't know how to play these games. Like, I still play Mario Brothers and shit.
Yeah.
So
Mario Kart. I love those games.
Y'all fuck somebody up in Mario Kart. Fuck you thought. So the shit is, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm trying to like shoot straight, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at the sky, and I don't know what I did, and I'm fucking up my brother's record and shit.
Oh
so
my
like,
God.
Yeah, and I didn't know my little cousins were on live as well, so they're just talking shit in the mic, and nobody's responding to them. So they all just laughed at me later and was like, boomer. Bitches.
Damn, they're trying to make you feel old.
Yo, they be trying it. I'm like, you little fuckers. But anyhow, we out here another game during the coronavirus outbreak.
Hey, we're still here.
Right, we still here. You know,
gang. Living
dangerously. I'm out during the curfew. Dun, dun, dun. So just to get us started off, we've got a little bit of sad news for you guys. So, going forward, it's just gonna be me and Tara.
Just the two of us.
We can make it every night. Yeah, the two of us. You and
no, but we're gonna have guests on and shit.
We'll still have guests and shit, and it'll still be, we'll have our homies come through and stuff, but Ricky has a very busy life, and, we underestimated his work schedule, so he's not gonna be able to kick it with us the way we thought we were gonna be able to, but that's okay, because we still here, and we're gonna be here talking shit, and doing all the things that we've been doing the last 2 episodes. And again, to everybody that's been supporting us so far, all of our friends and buddies that are reposting, we really appreciate you guys, because yes, we're doing this for fun, but we really appreciate you guys taking 2 hours out your day to listen to our shit every 2 weeks.
Word. I mean, I think it's 3 weeks now.
Well, it's been 3 weeks now, but we had to take a little break because, shit happens.
Life happens.
We're trying to avoid the apocalypse, so,
Yeah, Corona, and then my grandma passed away, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to your grandma.
Yeah, that was a tough week. Yeah. I took a week off before I started my new job, and then I had to deal with all this shit, but it was kind of like good timing, so.
Yeah, and I mean, family first. You know what I mean? So,
always.
It's good that we did take that extra week because I know you needed it. It was with everything going on, just even the prep, getting ready for it, it's a lot. So you need that time to just, digest everything that's happening,
I'm still, running around like a chicken without a head because I'm, making sure, because everybody's, distraught, my dad and my aunts. And I know that can't be easy to lose a parent. I can't even imagine how it is to lose a parent. But anyway, enough with the sad shit.
Yeah, we were talking when we started out the episode, talking about Lil Yachty dropping the Oprah's Bank Account video featuring Drake and the Baby. We're really loving that, but that video is just fucking hysterical.
It really is. They really did a good job, honestly. And Drake always tries to go in that lane, and be funny.
But I don't think he has anybody to be funny with. Mm-hmm. So, this just worked out perfect, because that Chris Brown video with him, that was hysterical.
Flat. Yeah, no, that was funny, but it kind of fell flat. I felt like.
Well, you know what I think it was too is that the video came out so much later than the song. I feel like people already people already knew the song already. Mm-hmm. But this Yachty hasn't put out anything on his own in a minute, so this is an event.
Sometimes it's worth it to drop the video with the song.
Yeah, and not for nothing, the Baby needed something good to happen this week. He just out here slapping people for no fucking reason.
I know. Oh man,
Well, no, there was a reason this time.
Yeah, see, my thing is, there comes a point when you're a celebrity and you have to know when to protect your name, because at some point people aren't going to want to work with you and your fans are going to kind of be like, what the fuck? Yeah. But the thing is, everybody deserves personal space.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, regular person, president, anybody. You deserve... No one should be, in your face with anything without your consent.
I need arm's length at all times. Yeah. I feel you completely.
Especially right now with the corona, you got the Roni, 6 feet.
Bitch.
Please. Even though right now we're 3 feet, but
hopefully, we're not infecting each other. So we're just gonna, take a chance. We're gonna take a chance on fate. But at the same time too, I heard a couple different programs give a really good point in regards to the Baby. He also, alright, yes, you need personal space, because I ain't gonna lie. Somebody get with their arm's length of me, I'm smacking the shit out of you. Point blank, period.
Well, especially when it's a light and you can't see who's behind it.
Exactly. So I can understand.
I'm assuming he thought it was a dude and didn't know it was a chick.
Well, the thing is, too, if you look at the video, the phone hits his face at one point.
Yeah.
So he just knee-jerk reaction punched her, which that would probably be my knee-jerk reaction if I'm walking through a crowd and get smacked. But... on the flip side, playing devil's advocate to it, like you said, as a celebrity, at some point you got to know when to stop. And it's not even just off the strength of you make mad money and you should know better. Why are you still walking through crowds?
Exactly.
Have your security clear the way. You need to curse your security out.
There needs to be a backdoor plan. Go through the back door.
A lot of artists use back doors. They have some type of plan put in place so that a fan cannot get close enough to touch them unless they choose to touch the fan.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side to this, You done got in trouble how many times for smacking people already in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
So now it's gonna turn into a situation where you're making yourself a target and making yourself a come up.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna know, hey, if he smacks the shit out of me, I can sue him.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the thing. That's what this chick is doing.
You can't go smacking everybody.
That's what this chick is
and
doing.
She should go do that.
She lawyered up already.
Yeah, so. She should have got the shit smacked out of her, but she also should sue him.
I mean, legally, you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I'm sorry, I'd be making that security company pay for it, because why the fuck was my security not spreading the way? Why the fuck was she able to get that close to me? Mm-hmm. Period. Like, she should not be able to get within arm's reach of you if you have 2 big-ass security guards with you. Yeah,
he should either fire them and find new security, or, like, he needs to not be so close to his fans. Like, yeah. There's a way to go around it.
But you know what I kept thinking of every time? If you guys hear crinkling, that's because I'm rolling CBD, so. And I only use paper, so there's like a little bit of a crinkle.
Do you want my tray?
Sure.
You hear that?
Damn, she hit her with the snap stab. Don't be doing that to V-Dog like that.
Well, because, we gotta get this
shit
going.
She gonna make your ass sleep on the couch. She gonna be like, fuck the second bedroom. You go on the couch.
Nah. she'll be like, come to bed. She really will.
At least you know I got your back. But anywho, yeah, it made me, when I was thinking about seeing the baby, like, smacking the shit out of her, it made me think of that meme with the baby with the big ass head that smacks the shit out the camera.
Yeah, when he runs up and he's like,
Bakata. I was like, yo, he took that shit a little too seriously. But, yeah, baby, stop smacking people.
Well, that's the thing, too. Maybe it's part of, like, his whole, like, persona. Because he's the baby and, like, he could...
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that he's trying to set a precedent, but I don't think that's a good precedent to set. But at the same time, it almost felt like a rollout, because then Oprah's bank account dropped, like, 2 days later. Yeah. So it was just... I don't know if it was a coincidence or what, but I would hope he would stop.
I think that was just a human reaction. And the thing is, he's used to being... like, around his homies.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too.
Probably did shit like that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people that if you get too close, they will smack the shit out of you.
Well, and that's the thing, too. Like, boys mess around like that. Yeah. Even, like, they'll be grown and they'll fuck around like that. Like, my cousin, he was saying the other day, him and his boy were just boxing in his backyard. Yeah. And he gave his boy a black eye by accident. So, yeah. Like, shit happens.
But at the same time, as a fan, you know the likelihood of you getting the shit smacked out of you by the baby is very high. So you might want to think about personal space.
No, I think that was another thing. I felt like we need to also be aware of...
People forget they're just people.
People think of they're like just themselves, and like we gotta think of each other. And it's like, would you want a phone with the flash on in your face, like in your eye, blinding you? No,
and I know people go, "Oh, well, he's a celebrity. He should just expect that." But at the same time, like you see this with paparazzis following people. You see all kind of shit like that. Where in this day and age, it's just dangerous.
Yeah, but nobody deserves that. No. I'm sorry. Like if that happened to me, I would have did the same thing Baby did. Because, like, you're getting in my face with that shit, you're getting hit. Like, that's just it. Like, we all deserve our own personal space. Hell yeah. You're getting in my space, you're killing my vibe. Like, you're taking my vibe away. You know what I mean?
I'd be like, I got anxiety, and you were making me anxious, so it was fight or flight.
Exactly. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
We just have to respect each other's space.
Exactly. And especially right now, I hope y'all respecting each other's space and practicing social distancing.
Especially after Black History just ended.
Yeah, I mean, don't disrespect them. But anywho, on to more important news, because we do have some important stuff I want to talk to you guys about today.
Let's try not to run over like 2 hours again.
Yeah, for real, because we be ODing with you guys. Now, as for recent events, I just wanted to quickly show some love to Nashville. I know a couple weeks ago, they just had that really bad tornado, and I know a lot of them are still suffering from that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
There's a lot of destruction from those tornadoes, so we want to just send love and prayers to the people over there. Anybody wondering how Fuzzy's doing, he's fine.
Fuzzy,
For those that don't know Fuzzy, that's the homie. But Fuzzy Wuzzy is in Nashville, and he's okay. And so is his cute-ass baby.
Word.
And the rest of his family and children.
Yeah, that's the thing about moving out in the Midwest. They get those fucking tornadoes.
Yo, I told his ass, I was like, ya te dije. I told your ass it was fucking crazy out there. It's the fucking Wild Wild West. You want to go out there? Go ahead. He was like, yo, fucking tornadoes, bro. Yeah. He's worried about them snowstorms, huh?
That shit ain't nothing compared to that.
That shit ain't nothing.
Because at least you can move the snow and stuff. When a tornado's coming, you can't do shit.
That shit coming to you. You better hope for the best.
You gotta get to evacuation spot.
But also I wanted to touch to show some love to Puerto Rico. That doesn't get talked about at all in the news anymore, but they're still having up to 20 earthquakes a day.
Really?
Yes. They're still getting hit with, now they're more minor, but they're still getting hit every day. There's still tons and tons of damage. There's still tons and tons of people going out there, trying to help out the community. So guys, do your Googles. Do your Googles, because I know there's a lot of people that want to help. I'm going to try to look and see if I can find some organizations or stuff. We'll put it on the Instagram.
Or the Facebook.
Just so you guys.
In the description of the.
Yeah, we'll put it just so you guys have some links if you guys want to help out these people. And just want to do your part, because I know me, I'm scared as fuck to go to Puerto Rico right now, but I would love to help. So, that would definitely be dope. I know they're trying to do remote schooling and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things they're doing. I gotta get the website, because I did hear on Angie Martinez's show, there's a website for Puerto Rico that you can donate money to, so the kids could get school supplies, tablets, all that kind of stuff, so that they can do learning from home. Because they were talking about a program that they're trying to do where the kids get tablets and they can log into classrooms in the States. So that they can still continue their education, because these kids are missing hella school. So
yeah, that's what they're doing with the whole Corona thing too.
They're gonna pass a lot of these kids through. So next year, all these kids are gonna have a hard time. So whatever we can do, just each one teach one, guys.
That's what's happening with the coronavirus as well. They're giving kids Chromebooks to take home so they can work remotely.
Exactly.
But the thing is, some of these teachers aren't going to be. They're not trained to teach from a computer. So it's a little bit harder. I know some programs in New Jersey, they are, I know Jersey City is a pilot school for that. So there's some teachers that are trained about it. Yeah. But I've seen online a lot of different teachers and stuff offering hey, if your kid is having a hard time, call me. Yeah. I've seen that too. I've seen a few of those.
I think that's really dope.
But do you think this is God with all the plagues and all this shit happening?
There's locusts in Africa.
I saw that.
There's earthquakes in Puerto Rico. We're having a virus hitting the entire world. We all about to die.
So if your firstborn dies, let us know.
Yo, shut the fuck up, because I'm a firstborn, bitch. You about to do this podcast alone.
So is Vanessa.
She about to be here lonely as hell doing a podcast.
I think firstborn means when they're actual kids, they're firstborn. Because isn't that how it happened?
No, sweetie. It's the very first child that you have is the firstborn.
No, I know that. But when it happened in the Bible, wasn't it babies that were dying? It wasn't grown adults. No. It was all the firstborns.
All the firstborns. That's why, see, guys, you can tell she didn't pay attention in Sunday school.
No, I went to Catholic school for 3 years, but I hated religion.
So she clearly didn't pay attention and failed that class too.
I didn't fail it.
She just copied off of somebody.
You know me.
Right? So what, we used to copy off each other's shop. But, what happened was,
we
collaborated on ideas. But
we're collaborating now.
You, girl.
Full circle.
Full circle. But yes, firstborn meaning as in the first kid you popped out. But, we'll get back to coronavirus a little bit more, because I definitely want to talk about a couple more things with that.
Yeah.
Let's get into a little bit of politics and stuff, because there's a lot going on. Because we still have this damn election coming, and we're down to 2-ish people.
Well, and my thing is, I think people aren't even paying attention to politics right now because of the corona. They're not even really publicizing what exactly is even going on. So I don't even think people are aware. I'm not saying me and you kind of people, but people that aren't paying attention. They're not woke.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is too? It's boring shit to look at, because all the information I have on the coronavirus, that's stuff that I've watched from congressional hearings. Don't nobody want to sit through 2 hours of congressional hearings. It's shit's boring.
Yeah.
But to me, I respect all the shade that gets thrown, so I watch it. But when it comes down to the debate, like, I know right now this has been going on for mad long, so everybody's kind of like, why are we even going to focus on that when there's something bigger going on? But what I feel like is something that people need to pay attention to is, what are these candidates saying they would do if they were president right now? Because this is something that could happen during their time. We see how our current president is handling it. He was ignoring it until literally like 2 days ago. Yeah. So, I think it speaks to something more important. Like, how do you want, do you want to feel secure when your president is talking? Because I sure didn't feel secure.
What do you mean?
Elaborate. When he announced that there was going to be a national emergency, he was, as he's talking, like, he can't read the prompter. Bruh. He didn't look like he was very informed as to what was going on. And then I think it was either C-SPAN or one of those channels. They caught, the feed was still going when he was done. So, like, as soon as he's done talking, he unbuttons his stomach, like his jacket, like it was too tight, and was like, okay.
I'm done.
Yo, crazy looking. And then he was like, and then somebody else's audio was still live. So he was like talking about a pen mark on his shirt. I'm like, bro, you just addressed the entire country and you talking about a pen mark on your shirt and asking for where's the white stuff. Who knows what the white stuff is? But, who knows? So,
my God,
I didn't feel very secure.
I mean, I don't ever really, when he talks, so I try not to even listen, so it's good that you do.
But you know what? I mean, I saw the clips,
but how do you feel about the candidates that, the Democratic candidates we have left? I know how you feel about your Theo Biden. Okay, how do you feel now that they had the debate and like?
I feel like it's interesting because we're at an interesting place where when it comes to the candidates, because now it's narrowing down. A lot of the people that you may have wanted in are out. Yeah. So now people have to decide, are they going to still vote and go with the party and follow party line, or if they're going to just say, I'm not going to participate. So what I do like that the Democratic candidates are doing, they're all, except for Elizabeth Warren, but her situation is a little bit more complicated. They're all saying who they're endorsing now, and they're saying it quickly. Yeah,
like right when they're announcing that they're dropping out,
they're endorsing. But I think it's important.
They're all endorsing like Biden.
But the thing is because Biden has reached out to all of these people, and it seems like he's implementing pieces of everybody's campaign. Like, he told Andrew Yang that $1,000 a month, he was interested in learning more about that. Yeah. He, it's just, that's one example that I've heard, but there's been a lot of different talks of that. And he announced during the debate that just passed, he intends on making his VP a black woman, putting a black woman as a Supreme Court justice. Like, those are big things.
Who would be the black woman? Like, he's just gonna...
Well, that's my thing, too. We don't know who that is, but it points to him looking in the right direction in terms of diversifying, at least. Because you can't win the presidency without the black woman's vote, first of all.
Oh, true.
That's a huge thing, like, just in statistics. And then aside from that, it's just he said that he wants his cabinet to look the way the country looks. So I feel like that's a big thing, and what made Bernie kind of look bad in the debate is when they flipped that question to him. I think he worded it wrong, because I think he was trying to say like how you just asked, well, who's the woman going to be? Yeah. Of course, he wants somebody qualified. But it feels like Bernie was highlighting the fact that, you're specifying that to black women. It doesn't have to necessarily be because she's a black woman. And, I want somebody that's qualified and progressive. Yeah. But I think the way it came out was like, he was like, kind of sidestepping the question. Where Biden, the way he expressed himself, it was like, I think there's an abundance of this demographic of women. It's just a matter of picking who's the best out of that demographic. Yeah. So I guess it just depends on your viewpoint. But what I did love that Bernie did, Bernie made it very clear that if he is not going to be the front runner, he's going to make sure that Biden answers some questions. He said, I got some questions.
I saw the one about Social Security. Yeah,
so he was like, what's good with the Social Security? Yeah. What you going to do for these poor people? Yeah. What you going to do about this? So it's a lot of issues that Biden is not very clear about how he's going to handle it just yet. Well, that Bernie is, that he's questioning him. So I'm hoping that at least they use each other to make each other better candidates.
My thing is with Biden, I think he's just trying to make everybody happy because he does want the vote. And it's kind of looking like he's desperate at this point.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Because, like, you're like, oh, I'm going to put a black person here, trying to get the black vote. And then I'm going to do this so I can get this vote. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, it sounds nasty. I ain't gonna lie. But what I do feel...
I could see if he had somebody with him the whole time and was like, she's going to be my vice president because she's qualified, but she's also black, so this is also... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just looks...
There's a couple black women that people are rumoring are potentials for him, which I like, God, what is that lady's name?
I could see if he had, like, Michelle Obama behind him or some shit.
Michelle Obama don't even want that shit. She is so over it.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying, like, for example. But, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
There's a couple people that they have in mind right now, but we'll see what happens. I just think it's good that the different candidates, even if they're not going to make it, they're making it a point to say, look, it's not about if I made it through. It's about us getting this guy out. Because the thing is, too...
I don't know, though. I don't think Biden could beat him. Biden's not going to beat Trump, man.
It's a weird thing, because...
I have more faith in Bernie beating him at this point, because I don't think a lot of older people are trusting him because of that whole Social Security thing. They don't trust Biden because of that. Yeah,
but a lot more people rather deal with a Biden than a Bernie for the fact that he's so far left. But where... things are going to get really interesting is to see where that millennial vote goes. Because the thing is that the last primary, millennials didn't come out.
I was going to say millennials and Gen Z because they're of age now.
Exactly. But millennial and Gen Z, they don't really vote in primaries. They're going to vote general election. Mm-hmm. So
I voted last primary, but...
And it also depends on your state. So, like, if you're a Republican in certain states, or if you're, like, for me, like, I'm an independent. So, in certain states, I can't vote in the primary regardless.
In Jersey you can't.
Exactly.
You have to be one or the other, and I'm like, that's fucking bullshit, how they have it set up.
And there's a lot of people that are in Gen Z and millennials that are independent. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us could not vote. So, I feel like they're ignoring that side of it, and there's so many old people in this race, they're not even really paying attention to us.
Yeah.
So, it depends on what you feel is going to work. Now, on the flip side.
But my thing is also, how are they flipping the people that are voting for Trump? Like, I don't know. I just don't see either candidate.
Yeah, I feel like
the Trump supporters, they don't trust Bernie because they think he's a socialist. And I don't know, my dad says he's a communist. And I'm like, those are two different things. But... And then they don't trust Biden because, like, half the time he talks, he's not, like, making any sense. And you're just like, this guy is, I don't know.
But, I feel like
he's a little out
what they're trying. I feel like what they're more focused on, more so than getting the Republicans that are on Trump's side, they're trying to get those Republicans that don't fuck with Trump, that they feel like they don't have a place in their party anymore. So where they're saying that's where Biden more so comes in, because Biden is more closer to center, and he's worked with a lot of Republicans over the years. He's voted on things that have met Republican interests over the years, so they're hoping that that's going to bridge the gap there. But I feel like at the same time, counting Bernie out is also not a good thing because you're underestimating the youth vote.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of hit or miss there. All I know is I don't know why the fuck Tulsi Gabbard is still in the race.
Wait, she still is?
Yes. She said she going to the end that she was like, they're trying to box me out.
Money?
Yo, I don't know. She can't even do the debates. Okay, guys, just to give you guys some numbers so you can understand why I'm saying, why is Tulsi Gabbard still in? Mind you, she said that during the coronavirus right now that they should do what Andrew Yang said and give everybody $1,000 a month. And still nobody's paying attention to her.
I fucks with Tulsi. I did in the beginning. I was like, damn, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, she is gorgeous, though. That little gray streak is popping.
Yeah, she's like Hawaiian or
something.
No,
she's cute. I like her. But her policies be stressing me out.
Maybe she's going to run with somebody. Like,
who knows? Honestly,
she might be like Bernie's.
She was in the military, so Secretary of State. I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
Because I think all of the candidates, the Democratic candidates, if you put them all in the same party, I would be okay with that. Yeah. Them by themselves, they all scare me. But
even throw Marianne Williamson back in.
Yo, my nigga Marianne Williamson trying to heal the world with love, bruh. Throw crystals at these hoes.
Crystals for everybody.
You get a crystal. You get a crystal. But fucking Tulsi Gabbard, just to give you guys some numbers so you get an idea of why I'm saying what I'm saying, you need 1,991 delegates to become the presidential candidate. Tulsi Gabbard has 2. As in 1, 2.
Like me and you.
Yes. And those
just the 2 of us. We can make it.
But the thing is, those delegates, that's where like that whole, like they pick out, they're the ones that vote, and there are only 2 that promised her. So I don't know why she's still here, but she's here. Now, here's my question for you, because I know you are a Biden supporter. And this is...
I'm not a Biden supporter.
Well, okay, well, you like Biden as... not Biden, blah. Bernie, blah.
Yeah, the 2 B's fuck us up,
yeah,
right?
man. Throw some B's on that bitch. But,
make them titties smaller.
But now, if Bernie was to not be the candidate, how would you feel about voting for Biden?
Damn.
Because I feel like that's where people are having a real hard time.
Honestly, I might sit this one out because I can't vote for either of them. And I felt the same way last time. I felt the same way with Hillary and Trump, but I don't know. But
how would you feel if, because many people like you sat out like they did last time, Trump wins again?
It's a rock and like you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. But it's like I don't know if I can vote for him.
Yeah, I feel what I would say,
because I feel like it would just be the same shit recycled of like what Obama was doing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, not that it was bad, because I liked when Obama, like I fucked with Obama and I voted for him both times. But I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really matter who's in the White House. Like, it's just going to be some fuck shit.
Okay, so now I'm going to throw some more things at you, and let's see how you feel about it now. So, there's a bunch of people or Supreme Court justices that are old as shit. That are probably going to die soon. God, please keep Ruth Bader Ginsburg here.
Yo, word, we had some iffy days there.
So, and those people get lifetime appointments. On top of that, we need to win back the Senate so that Mitch McConnell can go back to whatever hellhole he came from.
Yeah, fuck him.
So, if you sit out and now all these Republicans win those seats as well, how you gonna feel about it?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one reason I would probably vote for Biden or write in Bernie. Like, you know? Yeah. Because I can't...
Then, my other question.
I can't let that... I just can't...
Would his VP change your mind, depending on who the VP is?
It depends if I even knew, like, who they were. You know, like, if it was an ex-candidate that was already running. Maybe it'd change my mind, but... I don't know. We'd have to see. Yeah. We'd have to see. Because... I just don't agree with a lot of stuff he's saying, and I'm just like, okay, is this guy on drugs, or is he just getting old?
Yo, leave his speech impediment alone.
Is he?
I told you he stutters.
It's not even his stutter. It's just like, okay, he just talked himself into a circle, and I got nothing out of that answer. I feel like sometimes I'm watching, like, he's just like another Trump. He's a Democratic Trump. That's how I feel about him sometimes.
I could see where you feel that way.
Because also the sexual allegations, that would be another reason I can't support someone like...
But see, that's where it messed me up too, because I voted for Bernie last time. Mm-hmm. I voted him in.
More.
But where my issue with Bernie is, on the same vein, I'm like, okay, my issue is as well how he addresses black issues. Because he won't pick a stance, and he still has that old school mentality of, if you fix the working class, it'll fix it for everybody, not realizing that there's levels to the shit. Yeah. You know, but that's why we're talking about this stuff, guys, because we know that this shit is important, and really what the whole point of what we need to be worrying about is getting the country back to good. Like, a moment right now, I'd rather take Bernie or Biden during the coronavirus over Trump. I will take Mike Pence right now over Trump. And I can't stand his ass. And he looked like he concerned.
Did you see his speech, though? He sounded better than Trump.
Exactly.
I was just like, okay, now I see why he ran with this guy.
Exactly. Because he's not an idiot. But he just looks like he's high all the time. But we're going to keep... Pence, yes.
Pence is just worried about his fucking
watch his ass during State of the Union... sitting next to Nancy Pelosi. He's sitting there looking high as a motherfucking kite. Like, he don't even know what's going on. He's like, I'm just here. I ate an edible before I walked in this
I was going to say, you don't think those rich people are spending money on drugs?
Hell yeah!
Like, come on. Even if it's prescription. He might be high off Xans. He's Xan the fuck out.
Bruh, I wouldn't be surprised.
He might have anxiety because Trump is like fucking.
I would need a couple of Xans if I had to stand next to Trump every day too. But
the thing is,
Trump be looking like he perked and whatever else.
Coke the fuck out.
Coke the fuck out.
And my thing is with Pence though, the whole the conversion therapy, I never agreed with that, and the fact that he calls his wife mom is just fucking weird.
And he's also ex-KKK allegedly. Allegedly.
Facts don't matter.
Right, facts don't matter on Untamed Gems.
I can see him under the hood.
But nonetheless, guys, we're going to keep talking about the election just to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. And, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, please let us know how you guys feel. Like, you got to make your own decisions, but please feel free to join the conversation. You know, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on IG, ask us questions. If there's stuff y'all want us to talk about, bring it up. It can be literally about anything, so I'm with it.
Even if you're voting for Trump, like, let us know.
Yes, please. Actually, I would love for people that are voting for Trump to talk to us, because I need some explanations. If you are open to having a respectful conversation and maybe making people understand a side that we're not seeing, feel free.
Why isn't any Republicans running against him?
There was. He's gone. That lasted all of 12 seconds.
Word.
Just like the stock market today.
Guys, buy in. It's low. Buy in when it's low.
Yeah, the stock market was open like 30 seconds today.
Yeah, it's shot. Everything's shot, fam.
So, okay, so the next important order of business before we get to fuck shit, I wanted you guys to talk a little bit about the U.S. Census because...
I got one.
Most of us, we've never done the census. Our parents probably filled out the last one because it comes every 10 years. I definitely want, probably between this podcast and next, we'll talk about it because there's just a lot of shit to talk about today. But guys, look into your mailboxes. You should be receiving postcards. The census is underfunded. So unlike when we were kids, there's no commercials. There's none of that. But you can actually fill it out online this year. You can do it via the phone. For those of you guys that are undocumented, you can still fill it out. If you fill it out online, just don't open your door.
Yeah. They
cannot report that to the feds. They're not gonna send anybody to your house to come get you or your family. But that's the way that our resources are delegated. That's how we find out how many representatives each state gets. So this shit is important.
Statistics come from.
Yes. So as well, if you have any, legal issues, anything like that, just do it online, do it early as possible. I know right now all of us are focused on the coronavirus, but right now it is census time, and this is important. I believe they said it's sometime in April that they'll be coming to people's houses and stuff and talking about it more next podcast, because we just have so much to talk about. Next podcast, I want to go a little bit more detailed, some of the information that I've learned about confusion, because I know for people, mixed kids like me, we never know what nationality to put down. And that is very imperative for you to put down the right things, so that our communities can get the right resources, you know? Same thing in terms of Spanish people that think they're not black.
Hey.
So we got a lot of different things I want to talk about in regards to that. We'll touch on it more, but just want to give you guys a heads up. If you don't know about it, look into it. I'm going to make sure I make a decent sized segment to kind of condense everything down so y'all understand the next pod. But, you seen your boy Bill Clinton talking about Monica Lewinsky 20 years later for that Hillary documentary?
I actually didn't see it. I didn't watch the Hillary documentary. I've been trying to watch stuff to cheer me up because I was in a bad headspace, and that was not one of the things that I thought was going to cheer me up.
Yeah, I started watching the first episode and it was pretty good. I'm about to find that Bill Clinton video because it just went away. But to let you guys know what's up, Bill Clinton was interviewed for the Hillary documentary, and he was talking about Monica Lewinsky a bit and why he cheated.
How did you let that, like, I don't know, how Hillary was just like, okay, yeah, just put that in. And, like, he didn't even say sorry, nothing.
I don't know how he got that off. Because, let me tell you, this excuse...
Who is she endorsing?
I don't think she's said yet. But she's still butthurt that she lost, so there's that.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I got the video here. I'm turning this volume up.
He was out of line. Take a listen.
Everybody's life has pressures and disappointments and terrors. Fears of whatever.
Terrors of getting his dick sucked?
Things I did to manage my anxieties for years. I'm a totally different person than I was.
So he had...
say it's not a defense for the affair.
Wow.
It's an explanation.
Oh. No apology, though, is there in that documentary?
The savagery. Shout out to CBS in the morning with their savagery. So, audience, have you guys ever had your dick sucked because you had bad anxiety?
And terrors, actually, I know a few people.
It was just terrors. I cheated because I was anxious.
Yeah, like, what? Oh, suck my dick, I'll calm down.
Right?
Like, just jerk off, fam. Do what every other guy does.
No, he probably tried to do it enough times, and his hand started hurting, so he got anxious and was like, "Hey, you, I'll choose you." And she was like, Monica. "Hey, Mr. President," because she was trying to get her shit together. But one of the things that we were talking about earlier before we got on here, I feel so bad for her. That shit, I didn't realize she was 21 when that shit happened.
Monica,
yeah, and they're still fucking talking about her sucking his dick, and she's in her 40s.
Well, because that was like a big scandal.
Yeah, but like they used that as an excuse because they couldn't get him for something else. I forget what that shit was called. It was like some thing that was going on when we were kids and don't remember, but that was the real reason he was getting impeached. And then they asked him about his dick getting sucked and he lied about it, and they was like, he's a liar, impeach him, he's a liar.
Yeah, but like how many presidents lied before that?
Bro, seriously.
Like Watergate, like come on.
The only reason Trump ain't getting his dick sucked in the White House is because Stormy Daniels told everybody that his shit looked like a mushroom.
I mean, isn't everybody's, like, head of their dick a mushroom?
Well, I mean, but not all of them look mushroom-like. He has, like...
mushroom penis.
It's more mushroom top than bottom. And, like...
There's no stem to that shit.
There's not much stem. It's a very tiny stem, and it's very short.
Damn.
You know, I can do a long mushroom. That's a little mushroom, and
what else we got on the topic? Because I feel like I don't want to really talk about Trump's dick too long.
So, well, speaking of dicks, Harvey Weinstein got 23 years. Yay! Yeah, he finally, I believe justice was served. He got 23 years. But he still hasn't gone to jail yet.
I was going to say, yeah, it takes a while, so they might...
No, girl, he's saying that he's sick. And that he got heart palpitations and shit. I think he got that he getting anxiety because he knows somebody gonna put it in his booty.
Well, you saw how he went to court with Kane,
you guys want to kick that shit.
Come on.
I want to kick his whole fucking walker.
He wants that sympathy vote now, and it's like, bruh, it's too late.
Shit is, though, he's not done because he's got a whole nother case in California, so they're gonna transport his ass out there to get tried and sentenced out there.
They did the same shit to Bill Cosby, so like no one should feel bad for him. I'm sorry.
No, I think honestly he did worse than Bill Cosby for longer. So you know what?
Lock his ass up.
You don't need to see the light of day ever fucking gone.
How is Bill doing? Anybody face him?
I don't know, but he was sticking up for Harvey Weinstein, talking about that. You know that they're all against us. Yeah, you fucking abusers. We're all against you. Stop fucking putting lewds in people's fucking drinks. It's not okay. But, you know, congratulations to him on getting 23 years. And we're so happy to never see you again.
Yeah, facts. His ugly ass.
For real. Fucking disgusting ass.
I hope Trump's next, honestly.
Bro, I'm waiting for him to get out of office to see what the fuck they're gonna do to him, because there's so much shit that they can get his ass for after office.
There's like a Tekashi situation. They're just waiting for him to slip up or like say some shit.
I found out the guy's name. The Tekashi of Washington that I was talking about, his name is Lev Parnas. Really weird name.
Tekashi of Washington.
Yeah, he's the one that was putting out all the videos and shit of Trump talking wild shit in the background, but he was deacon working for Giuliani. Oh. And Trump was like, I don't know him. He was like, oh, ho, you don't know me? You don't know me? You want me to send your wife videos of your dick?
Uh-oh.
So it was shit like that. But on to more fuck shit. Spike Lee. Did you hear what happened to Spike Lee?
Oh, at the Knicks game?
Fucking Knicks.
They told him he has to go in where, like, the regular public goes in or whatever, because he can't use, like, the employee entrance or whatever.
Yeah, but
he's been using it.
He said for 28 years. I mean, we have the clip here if you want me to play a bit of it.
Go for it. I don't think I've heard it, but go for it. I heard about it.
28 years, I've used one entrance.
28 years.
28 years. Plus, my wife reminded me last night, said we've been married 26 years and we dated the year before that.
They were hot garbage most of those 28 years.
Not at the beginning.
They still hot garbage.
Go ahead. What happened?
He was like the only fan.
Yo, he's like the Knicks mascot, and they fucked it up.
33rd Street.
Good night, Vito.
Yesterday, last night, I go in, my ticket is scanned.
Try not to be too loud.
I walk into the elevator. Yes. Go in the elevator. And also people having their ticket scanned also. And elevator's not moving. And the security guy comes to me and says, we need to get off the elevator. I said, for what? So we could speak about it now. So I'm not getting out of the elevator. So another 5 minutes, then they finally send the elevator up because they know I'm not getting off the elevator. Get on the elevator. As you know, people don't know, the garden floor is on the 5th floor. Now they go up to 5, and security's waiting for you like he just ran out of Macy's stealing something.
If y'all could see his face right now.
You, this guy, security guy, this comes to the top. He says...
And he's still wearing a Knicks hat, Bendito.
Leave Madison Square Garden. They wanted me to leave the garden, walk outside...
That just shows that, like, no matter how rich you are, he pretty much owns, like, part of the Knicks, I would say. He probably donates so much money to them to keep them going. And, like, doesn't matter, they're still gonna try to, like, not bring you down, but they're gonna still try to make you feel like a regular, like, person.
I mean, I get, maybe there was somebody new that wasn't aware, or I know that they said that there's, like, issues with him and the owner because of different things or whatever.
He might have said something.
He may have said something or whatever, and I know there's been a lot of issues with the owner, like he banned a fan because he told them to sell the team or some shit like that. Like, it's a lot of fuck shit because apparently the owner's really petty. But what's crazy is the point that, alright, granted, he shouldn't have done all the extra shit he did because, like, Spike Lee is just a little extra. But to his point, they asked him to leave the stadium and walk around to the correct door and then go inside.
They should have just been like, next time you can't come this way.
Exactly. And to Spike Lee's point, it was like, yo, once you leave a sporting event and they scan your ticket, you can't come back in.
No, you can't react.
And they had already scanned his ticket. So they were like, he was like,
at that
you guys
point,
are...
does Spike even need a ticket? Like, come on.
Well, that's the thing, too. He's trying to follow their guidelines, at least in regards to that.
But the thing is, he's such a loyal fan.
You guys don't know him, exactly. And he buys season tickets every year. Like, it shouldn't be that deep. If anything, they should have, hey, Mr. Lee, sorry about
we're changing our policy.
Yeah, we're sorry about the confusion. Yeah, because at the same time, imagine if he walked out and then walked around to the other door and there's a shit ton of fans and now he can't be let in. Then what? Now you created a security issue.
Yeah.
You know,
and
so
he
like...
might have not came with security.
And then he said that when he came...
He was probably by himself.
Yeah, and then he said when he came to when he got on the elevator, it was some of the guys that worked there that knew him was like, oh, we'll walk you to your seat, don't worry about it, just, you know, for next time, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And when he got off the elevator, there was security there telling him that they would like him to leave.
So it must have been some shit going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. But now he is not coming back for the rest of the season.
Watch the Knicks start winning.
Well, the NBA season's over now, so that's as far as they go with winning.
Word.
I mean, that's a win for them.
Damn.
But
that's a loss for them though, because Spike was a diehard fan and the only one that showed up every game. I mean, I assume, I don't follow it that much, but I saw him there a lot of.
It's like going to a Lakers home game and not seeing Jack Nicholson. You know, like these people are staples of your franchise, but at the same time, that's what happens when you don't care about the people that support you. Like you have to treat the people that support you the most with different care. You know, because they have your back when no one else does. You have to keep the customer
happy at the end of the day. Customer, consumer, you always have to keep them happy because they're
as
not
much as y'all lose and they still come to see y'all.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, what other topics we got? Because we're already an hour in.
I know, we're an hour in. I mean, we're doing a little bit better than we usually do.
Okay,
it's a little quicker. But we're trying to keep it as quick as possible, guys, because we're recording on a weeknight for once.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on some of the music.
I don't want to rush you, but, you know.
Oh, no. Listen, I'm tired. It's been a long work day.
I know you got work tomorrow.
Yeah. But I wanted to touch on some of the music that came out, too. Because I haven't talked about music much on the podcast, which I know some of you guys that know my history are probably a little surprised. Because ain't been really much coming out since we've started the pod, but
we touch on it like in the beginning, but we don't really go into depth about.
Yeah. It's just been hard because there hasn't been like any really super colossal artists that have really dropped anything. But we had Bad Bunny dropped his album, which was fire.
I didn't check it out, but I will.
It's so dope. He basically like every reggaeton artist from back when we were in high school is on there. Like,
so he
a lot of the biggest. He collabed with a lot of people. He did a lot of different types of reggaeton, different sounds. He did some like there's this one track that's this like super throwback reggaeton that's fire. Like it's a dope project. Lil Uzi Vert finally dropped. He's been having some label issues, and he dropped last week, and then this past weekend he did a deluxe version. So it's like a total of like 40-some songs.
I didn't listen to the whole album. I listened to like a few songs, but I like a few of them. But I like Lil Uzi Vert's sound compared to like the other mumble rappers.
Yeah, I think he's really creative, and I don't think people expected him to come out as hot as he did because these kids are loving his shit.
Did you see that controversy about his album art though? That it's plagiarized?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that shit was wild. I was like, damn. Because, like, they really didn't even try to, like, hide the fact that they stole it from some, like, I think it was an Asian artist. But I was just like, wow, yeah, they look similar as fuck. Like, you can't even get around it because, like, everything looks almost the same.
Yeah, you get a lot of shit like that,
They changed the because it's like a cover of it's not coming up now, but you can probably find it.
Okay, it's no, I'm definitely gonna look for that because that's
how
kind of
similar.
nuts.
It's like a heart, and like all the lines in the heart are exactly the same. They're different colors, and then it's like a cartoon of Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
Instead of it's for that song That Way. That's what it
was. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and like if you see it next to the original art, you're like, holy fuck, they didn't even try to change it a little bit.
And I feel like that happens a lot because like I think it's a lot of stuff that gets lost in translation, especially when you're dealing with labels, where a lot of shit like that, bullshit like that happens.
You know, I don't think it was his fault. It was probably like he has somebody that handles that for him.
Yeah, it was probably somebody else who
was
fucked
like,
it up.
Take care of this. They probably got lazy. And we're like, oh, this shit is dope. Let me just change the colors and add Uzi on this. And take out their original character. And it's like, okay, now he's going to have to pay for this shit, though.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, it's so hard to be original now. So I could understand it, but he could have just contacted that person and been like, yo.
You know what, too?
Can I get this design? And
what happens a lot too with these artists is this. I know even like on a smaller scale when I've worked on my EPs, there's a lot of times you get your beats offline or whatever, and I'll reach out to these producers and you don't hear back. Like I literally just heard back maybe about a week ago from a producer that I used his beat for a project 4 or 5 years ago.
What the fuck?
And he was like, just heard it. That shit was dope. And I was like, wow, thank God you responded to me. Because that's the thing, too. So a lot of times when they don't get a response, they just keep moving forward. And they're like, oh, well, I guess they don't care. Yeah. Instead of making sure that money's tucked for the person. You know, because that would be the right thing to do.
I think the thing was, he said he wouldn't have mind, like the artist, if somebody reached out to him and was like, hey, can I, because it was from 6 years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Here, I don't know if you want to see the picture.
Nah.
You're like, fuck that.
Yeah, no. That shit is far right now.
I'll send you the link.
Because I got the headphones and I'll fuck up your mic in the process.
Anyway, what else?
But anyway, Jay Electronica, after 10 years of being out, dropped his debut album.
Word.
That's supposedly going crazy. I haven't gotten to hear it yet, but that's on my to-do list. Donald Glover also dropped a surprise album.
I need to hear that,
honestly. I need to hear it. It's not on streaming services, guys. It's somewhere online. It's Donald Glover Presents.
So it was leaked.
.com. No, he released it.
Oh.
He just released it through his personal website.
Okay.
So he has you can only hear it on the website.
Is it only going to be on that website?
I'm not sure. That hasn't been explained
I was
going
to say, because I feel like in a week it'll be on streaming platforms.
That's possible, but as of right now, that's where it is if you guys want to hear it. Oh, my God.
Is it on there, though? Because I tried to look it up earlier and it didn't come up.
It might not be now, because it was up there over the weekend. I was able to find it, on a side website, but right now I saw even on YouTube, it was getting pulled down fast, so it might have gotten pulled down from side websites, but...
that's what I'm saying, it might have got leaked.
Yeah, but if you guys do your Googles, you'll probably find it. Then as well, we didn't get to talk about it, but this happened 2 weeks ago. Young and May talking about R&B is dead.
Oh, that was... But
she did clarify their statement. She was like, that wasn't what she meant. She just meant that it was, not in the forefront anymore. Mm. And as the R&B singer or former R&B singer on the pod, I'm going to tell you, I fuck that shit. She absolutely right. Because, granted, you can go online and you can find a lot of people. It's not like they're playing them on the radio anymore. There's a bunch of fire R&B artists that nobody's heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, on the grand scheme of things, of course, people have heard them. But they're not in the easiest forms to find. You gotta go look for them and know who you're looking for. And even just on the artist side of it, I remember very well trying to do shows and stuff, and ain't nobody trying to hear what the fuck I was trying to say. They'll sit there and tell you they love the song and whatever, what have you, and don't say it's because I'm possibly whack. Check out my mixtape on SoundCloud, y'all. Grown Folks Music EP. But they, a lot of times it's just because it's not what gets people turned up. Mm. So it's not like when you go to the club and hear it. It's not like when you're in the car, people are hearing that on the radio, because that's not the shit that's selling right now.
Exactly.
So I feel like she has a point.
I think to an extent, because I do think a genre of R&B still exists, but it's not the same. It's more mellow.
Yeah.
Than in the 90s, it was more upbeat R&B, where we were or
I like to call them the sleepy hoes.
Yeah, that's what's more popular now. That's more of what R&B is now than I feel like what it was back when we were growing up, because there wasn't as many artists out back then either. So it was easier to be more creative. Yeah. Where now it's people are going into they get into that emo bag, and that's all, they stay in that bag. They're scared to move out of it and make an upbeat R&B record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's partially that too, and then I feel like because hip-hop is just so much bigger, back then hip-hop wasn't the bigger genre, R&B was.
Oh, yeah.
So you had R&B artists featuring hip-hop artists to bring them in the mix.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because on Z100, they wouldn't play a hip-hop song unless it was on an R&B song.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like a Drippin' and Finesse with Cardi B and Bruno Mars. It was a lot of stuff like that to get them on those stations. Mm-hmm. But now, now that the roles are reversed, I don't see rappers doing that as much.
Yeah.
I mean, R&B is making a wild comeback, and I'm really excited about what's happening, but it's a little different.
I definitely fuck with Tiana Taylor, what she's doing. I mean, she definitely dabbles in different sounds. I don't think you could really say she's just R&B or just this or just that.
And she's also an amazing director because she does videos and stuff too. She's phenomenal.
But she's one of the artists that I think is very underrated at this point. But that's because she's with fucking Kanye, so
yeah.
you know how that goes.
Yeah, so let's see how that goes if that contract gets done soon.
Shout out to her.
But guys, too, I was thinking about it, and we didn't get to talk about it yet either. But I was thinking about, too, if you guys are interested in, like, finding out what we're listening to, what are we watching right now, definitely would love to incorporate that, too, besides just current events, because there's just been a lot of fuck shit happening, so we've had a lot to talk about. But I definitely want to incorporate some of that stuff, especially, like I told you, Westworld is back, so definitely I'm going to talk about that at some point, even though you don't watch it anymore. But, just wrapping up on the music stuff, with Meg Thee Stallion with her label issues right now. For you guys that don't know what's going on, she was having some issues with her label where her label was telling her that she couldn't drop music. She ended up getting a court order so that she could still drop her project, and she basically threw together Sugar and dropped that. I believe that was last Friday or the Friday before. It's not bad. I definitely like the project for the most part. There was some misses for me, but for the most part, it was dope. And like that, she has this record, Captain Hook, that shit's fire.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, but she could spit. So I mean, how bad can Meg ever really be? But you could tell it was kind of rushed, in my opinion. That's
what I was wondering with this whole lawsuit thing that's going on with her contract and whatnot. And then she comes out with an album. Like, was that the rollout? Like,
I feel like what it is that she knows that if this whole lawsuit goes left, she might not be able to put out music for a while. Because the issue is she wants to renegotiate her contract and they're not having it.
Yeah.
So she is at a place where it's like, let me put some music out now so people don't forget and they have something recent from me. Because my album came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Because if I can't put anything else out, at least there's still something to hold me over in the meantime. Because it's a messy situation, but
that's the thing with these young artists. They see like the dollar signs, and they don't like hire an attorney to actually explain these contracts for them, and they just sign on the dotted line, and then they sign their life away for 5 albums, 6 albums, and then they're stuck. They feel stuck.
See, this is the problem too, though. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but Megan's. Nothing was wrong with her contract. Her contract is standard.
Yeah.
That's a standard contract. Like, it's just in this day and age, people don't realize that, and music moves so quickly that being under for 4 or 5 albums, that shit sounds crazy, but that's standard.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be 4 or 5 albums or 7 years, like, that type of shit. Well, that's not happening now. So, like, and then in terms of, like you were saying with lawyers, like, yeah, you need a lawyer, but you also need to make sure it's a music lawyer. You need to make sure that music lawyer is not buddies with the label that you're signing to, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta really take the time to learn and sit down and fucking read the shit yourself. Pick up a book and learn about music business.
That was my thing, too. Like, she promotes, like, going to school and trying to, do this and whatnot. I mean, I don't know if she's even still going to school.
Yeah,
but
she is.
But, like, then you need to learn the laws of the music industry as well, because there are a lot of loopholes and shit where they could finesse you into something that you don't understand completely.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you guys, because you guys, it's complicated and it's boring. But, the way that the law works for music, yeah, and the music business is predatory. It is. Like, there's no way around that. But it's not something that's, like, as confusing as people think it is if you take the time to learn about it. Like, as soon as I started really getting serious about my music, I hit Barnes & Nobles. I would pick up music business books, and I read them. And I learn about what contracts do. I learn about publishing. I learn about all that stuff because
and that's another thing.
I didn't want to get got.
People don't know about, what's it called, too, to have the original copy of your song. What is it called?
Masters.
But
that's
people
the thing,
don't know about masters either.
Yeah,
like,
but the
owning your own masters and all that shit.
Problem is, though, when you're a new artist, it's almost impossible to own your masters 100%.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give up something. But it's a matter of making sure whatever your contract is, your terms are very short, and you know exactly what the hell you're getting into.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you might have to take a deal that's pretty ass, but it's gonna help the next step that you need to make. So I've spent a lot of time with artists, and that's something that I remember being in the studio and having those conversations with people, telling them like, yo, you need to know your business. Like, nobody is your friend. Nobody is your friend when it comes to business. You need to make sure that your business is A1 and make sure that the person that you're dealing with is on the same page. You know?
Facts.
Like, me and you, we might be sitting here and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to split it 50-50, and we know that with each other, and we're good with that.
Yeah.
But then it may be somebody else that goes, oh, well, who created the name?
Yeah.
That's a percentage. Who created this? That's a percentage.
Yeah.
Who mixes? Percentage. Who does marketing? Percentage. Like, once you break all that shit down, what seems a fair 50-50 split is now no longer a 50-50 split. And then on top of that, she's in a situation too where her record label gets a portion, she gets a portion.
Yeah.
But she still got to pay her lawyer, her managers, her role people, studio time, out of her money. So by the time she gets whatever is hers, ain't shit there. So now you mine. Where that's something that's in your contract. And then on top of that, there's like, it's just a lot of complicated shit. Long story short, read shit, pick up a book, reading is fundamental.
It's just sad, like, that the creatives at the end of the day, they get, like,
get taken advantage of like that.
Yeah, they get the shit under the stick. And it's like, but they're the ones that created this, and it's like, what, you know,
you
like,
wouldn't
you
have the
helped
industry
with this,
without
but
them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I think at some point we're going to get to that point where artists are going to be like, well, fuck this shit, and do what Chance did. You know?
At the same time too, even what she just did, dropping this project and getting a court to say yes, that's unprecedented. That shit don't happen. Like, what's on the artist side right now is that the record labels are losing their power. It's not the same. You can do it by yourself. So a lot of these record labels, if you got a big enough brand and you got enough fans that be like, yeah, she's right, the record label is going to think twice about their negotiations because they know there's a lot of money that can be lost there. But on the flip side, she just put out her first album, so I think she needs to take a chill pill.
I think as well, since the times have changed,
The
contracts haven't. They haven't revised them from 10 years ago or something when streaming was new.
Exactly.
It has come such a long way that it's so different now. Like, no one listens to CDs anymore. You know what I mean?
Kayla.
But
yes, you're absolutely right.
Majority of the time you're going online or you're going on your phone and you're listening to something for the first time. You're not like putting the radio on to hear it or something like that. You know, because like that's what we did when we were growing up. Oh, a new song came out. We would wait like 10 songs to hear it on the radio.
Exactly, and then you're sitting there mad because you couldn't record it on your tape and you missed the shit. Now you gotta wait till the next time it come on the radio and hope you catch it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a lot of that stuff hasn't been adjusted for changes. And just for artists out there that are doing streaming and podcasters too, learn your business. Take the time to find out what the hell's going on. There's cases in the Supreme Court right now that are all about artists and streaming services right now. There's been congressional hearings in the past year about the streaming services not paying artists the way they're supposed to. Yeah. And the streaming services are fighting it. Yeah. So y'all need to learn what's going on and find out, it's boring, and nobody wants to read it, but unless you want to get got, do your due diligence.
Well, because you got to think about it this way, like, back in the day, people were buying albums that were like, $10 to $12, say. Now they're going and they're getting it, they have what's it called? Like a subscription with the streaming company, and they're getting all the money. Yeah. Because, think about it. Drake only makes, $100 from Spotify.
You have to have, thousands of listens to equal one a record sale. That's absurd.
It's so crazy.
And you only get a couple cents off each record sale.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're rich and everything, and they got money, but it's
not the point.
They should be getting what
it's the principle.
Deserve. Yeah, exactly.
It's the principle. If I didn't give you this music, you wouldn't be able to play shit. So why am I getting paid less than everybody else?
It's all a game, too, like a game of chess.
But, guys, just do your due diligence. Now, on to the largest topic we have to discuss for today, the coronavirus.
It's like, boo.
Right? Guys, don't panic. We don't know what's going to happen. We just got to hope for the best and wash your ass.
If you're home and you're quarantined for the next 2 weeks, just share our content for us.
Yes.
We're trying to, you know.
And talk to us, because we're going to be quarantined too. So, talk to us. What, you know, let's start the dialogue.
If you guys want to come on, we're open to having, working with other small businesses and other creatives and whatnot. So, let us know. If you're out here trying to, you know, get some promotion as well.
Yeah, because that's another big thing about what we're trying to do here, guys. We want to have fun. We want to give you guys information, but it's all about just, you know, creating a community here and us all just having fun together and learning together and realizing that life sucks, but we're all in it together. Just like right now with the coronavirus. And stop buying toilet paper. This is a dry virus, guys. You're not going to have a runny nose, I promise. But
yo, my fucking nose was dry as shit this morning, and I'm like, yo, do I have corona?
Oh shit! And guys, okay, I gotta backtrack something.
Allergies though too.
Yeah, we all got allergies. That shit sucks. Okay, I gotta backtrack something because I know episode 1, I was joking a lot about coronavirus because I didn't think it was a thing.
Yo,
but this shit is getting real. Coronavirus is getting real.
Yeah, it got real in the last few weeks.
Last few days.
Yeah, when they
almost 400 people died in Italy today.
Well, their government is a little different out there. They're a little bit more laid back and all over the place. So the thing is with them, their infrastructure, they paid China to come in to help them with their infrastructure. So there was a lot of Chinese people coming in. They don't want to say Chinese people, but they were coming in and they were buying land. They were investing because of they were pretty much building infrastructure. So why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's your project. Why wouldn't you invest in? You know what I mean? So they didn't realize that they were, you know, bringing over the
but I mean,
the virus as well.
That makes me think about what the hell is going on here, because they're saying we're on the same trajectory 10 days behind and we don't have enough tests to make sure everybody's good. So that's a whole nother thing.
Well, not everybody, but they're testing people that have come in contact with somebody that has coronavirus. But the thing is, we don't know.
But that's the problem.
Who has it and who doesn't?
They don't have enough tests to do it though. Because like you look at Chicago airport over the weekend, they were jam packed, and then you got other airports that are just letting people through.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Like I know I was working for my job. I was calling the doctor's office, and their like message system said, we do not have tests. If you need tests, go to the hospital.
Well, because I think they don't want it. People going to regular doctors or regular physicians, they want them going straight to the ER because they want to contain it into one area.
Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing. They're telling, like, when they're reporting on it, the CDC is saying contact your doctor first and then go from there, because a lot of the doctors don't have the resources yet to contain it. Yeah. And so they're sending that's why they're going to the ER, because the ER is the only ones that have some of the resources.
Yeah, and they have to send out the test to the CDC, so it takes like a week or so, I believe. Because Idris Elba said it. He was talking about it as well.
Poor Idris Elba and Tom Hanks and his family. You know, let's put
They'll be fine. They're fucking rich.
Yeah, but still, that shit sucks. And to all those people that are saying that this is only a white people disease, NBA season is canceled and Idris Elba has it too. For stop saying that.
Did you see what was his name? The basketball player that got it.
He was out here rubbing mics and shit.
Exactly.
That's why I said, let me come up here and apologize, because I'll fuck around and get the shit just like him. That shit made me mad paranoid. Yeah. I was like, I named my whole first episode Chronicles.
Well, and I was saying, but, I mean, we did get a lot of views on that one. So
may the force be with us.
But I was even saying to my mom, I'm like, be careful with grandma. Like, if you're going to the store and then going by her, make sure like you take a layer off, because they say it stays in your clothes and everything. And I was like, because older people, like, you gotta be real careful,
especially if they have pre-existing conditions.
Even like our parents, like, they're getting up there.
Or even like us, people like me that got fucking asthma.
If you have asthma too,
you gotta. You know, and the shit is too.
Did you have asthma and you smoke cigarettes?
I don't smoke cigarettes. Stop saying that. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
You gave it up?
I'm really trying. I gave it up for Lent.
Hey,
and I'm trying to make it permanent.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
But,
shout out to you. Look
thanks.
at you.
But, yeah, it's just... Guys, I know some people don't really think this shit is a thing, but it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to be the asshole that didn't and then find out it was that bad.
You know what's crazy, though? I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but they were saying people that smoke, they're not getting corona because the tar in their lungs is killing the disease. Isn't that wild?
Okay, where did you hear this from? Because is this really a thing or is this a conspiracy theory?
I heard it from, like, my cousin, so it could be bullshit. Because he smokes, and he probably just...
Man, he was just trying to save his damn self.
I mean, but have you seen anybody that smokes with corona?
I don't know. But I almost got cursed out by a lady with COPD because of that, so I don't know. But, guys, I wrote down some of the symptoms because some of y'all just out here giving out mad misinformation. They did say, guys, it'll come up within 5 days. You'll be able to tell. Some of the symptoms, high fever, dry cough with no stuffiness, guys. If you're dripping from the nose, go buy Claritin. You'll be very dehydrated, fatigue, achiness, shortness of breath. So,
damn, I think I got this shit.
Yo, she's so annoying. But guys, you guys gotta make sure you're staying hydrated. Don't buy toilet paper like crazy if you can find some, because that's not gonna do shit for you. Go buy some vitamins.
Yeah, elderberry gummies.
You know what I mean?
No, but Amazon's trying to fucking...
They're limiting them,
off.
yeah.
No, they're ripping people off.
Yeah.
They're selling one jar of it with 60 gummies in it for $40 when I got it for $12 like a month ago.
Oh, they're wildin'. They definitely... Yeah. But you guys, your vitamin C, your ginger, like, get that stuff in there. Buy some fucking Gatorade. Like, what...
Oh, shout out to my boy. He sells sea moss. Fuck, what's his Instagram?
Yes. I saw he tagged us, yes.
Kim's, husband.
Okay, word.
But his shit is good. I got a jar of, his pineapples. Okay, so his stuff, his, Instagram is the secret stuff, _sea moss. And, yeah, go check his stuff out. He got soap. He has, like, all different kinds of ways you can ingest sea moss, which is really good for you. It kills all the mucus in your body.
Awesome.
So check him out.
Yeah, guys. And then that's the crazy shit. So I go to Walmart. Ain't no fucking hot dogs, but all the most expensive water with the electrolytes that hydrates you the most, all still there. So, guys, when you're going to the store, stocking up, do your research and buy shit that's actually going to help you, not just...
If you get sick, yeah.
Yeah, like, don't just take random shit because there's regular people that want to do compra and they can't do compra because you bought all this stupid shit. Check your... and, guys, too, check your local bodegas and your local smaller supermarkets because a lot of those places... still have things. Like, I noticed I went to Walmart and Walmart was clean out. Like, there wasn't even a freaking hot dog in a bitch. But my local supermarket had meats. They still had other things that you can get. So, if you guys are having a hard time, like, some of the places that you don't necessarily frequent might be $1 or $2 more, but, you'll be able to get what you need because they're talking about, I mean, they're not announcing it yet, but it's a possibility. They're going to lock down nationally, and Jersey's not taking this shit lightly.
What do you mean locked down? Like, we're not gonna be able to leave our crib?
They haven't gone into detail with it. I mean, there's some areas like Teaneck right now. They're asking them to self quarantine. It's not where they're making people do it, but there's situations already where people have kind of like been forced to stay in their house because they don't want to get tested and they're showing symptoms. So.
Well, those people are dangerous anyway. They should be getting tested. But like you said, they're not having enough tests either. They don't have enough tests. But my thing is, there are people that have to go to work. They have to work. There's people that work in the hospital. There's people that are cops. There's
those
people
are considered first responders,
exactly.
So it won't be an issue with them. But I know a lot of us are...
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to them because they're out there and they're with the sick people and they're putting their lives at risk.
Well, that's what I'm worried about with Vanessa too, because like if it's state of emergency or national emergency, like she has to go to work.
Exactly.
And then she's being exposed to these people because there's I think one confirmed case at her hospiel. But there was 5 others. They're still waiting on
the results to come back.
But they're in isolation.
Oh, well, that's good. At least, today I was looking at the live stream from Patterson's mayor, and the I think he's director of police or something like that. Spezial,
he's still up there?
Yeah, he's still over there. But wait,
sheriff. He was sheriff.
He used to be sheriff, but he's not anymore.
Okay.
But what made me like really kind of worried is that they were saying like, if you have extra Lysol or extra masks, the police are willing to buy it off of you because they don't have the resources. Now, to give you guys an idea, what's happening is Trump is working with Congress to set aside resources for first responders. Problem is they don't have what they need. And he's telling local governments, if you can get this a different way, get it, because we're going to take longer to give it to you. Because they don't have it. So they're telling them to use their resources. Now, to the fact that they're asking people to donate and saying, look, we don't even want it for free. We're willing to buy it off of you.
Yeah.
That shows you, like, it's big. It's not something light.
That's kind of scary, though.
It is.
Because my thing is, these manufacturers and, like, these big corporations, you think, okay, that this stuff's, this corona has been out for, I'd say, almost 2 months now, right?
Well, I mean,
like a month and a half.
Around here, yeah. But I know it started in China in like November.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't hear about it till maybe like January though.
Yeah.
But my thing is, do you think they would have been creating more?
Well,
products?
See, that's the thing, because our president was ignoring this when people were telling him to get ready and that it's going to spread. Yeah. So this is why I'm telling you guys, paying attention to the election, it sounds stupid, but it's important, because if he didn't ignore it, we would have been ready. The World Health Organization offered to give him testing supplies. He said, no, we got our own. So we would have more resources if we would have stayed prepared, but we didn't.
My thing was, too, is... like, they're overcharging for this stuff now.
Oh, hell yeah.
For toilet paper or...
BT dubs.
It's kind of fucked
if
up.
you guys see that, you see price gouging like that, there are resources online that you can report these stores. I saw an article over the weekend that a store is getting fined for that. Yeah, and they came and shut shit down.
It's fucked up, because I even went to the dollar store today to see like if they had Purell or anything, like hand sanitizer or whatever. They didn't have anything. And they don't even have rubbing alcohol. Like, so if you even want to make your own shit, you can't. Mm-hmm. And that's wild. Yeah. That, like, because we're so used to things being at our fingertips. Like, oh, I'll just order it. Or I'll just go to the store and get it. And it's like, but now people are stocking up. The people that are paranoid about this are stocking up. So make sure you guys, have friends that, buy extra shit. But that's stock up on
it's
things.
About having precaution within reason too. Like,
oh yeah.
At the end of the day, there is not a cure at this moment. They're working on it. What you can do is all better. You can do, and there are people getting better. Mm-hmm. It's just about, like, I understand people are like, oh my god, it's martial law, there's curfew, blah 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 blah. It's really about just making sure the person next to you is safe. Like, contain this shit and get it over with. Yeah. If we all follow procedure, they're not gonna start martial law and all that. They're trying to give people the opportunity to set themselves up so we can just stop it on our own. Mm. But if we don't stop it, they're gonna stop it. Yeah. So it's all up to us how we react to shit. But what I will say about this coronavirus, it has brought out a lot of creativity in people. A whole lot of creativity in people.
All the memes you loving?
Yo, I'm loving all these memes, first of all.
Yo, shout out to my meme page on Facebook. It's called This Is the Meme. Yes. So go follow.
Tons of great memes.
I'm self-promoting right now.
Shameless plug. But I've seen like Jersey Club mixes to guys dancing in CDC outfits. Like,
it's great.
Yeah, and then I got the Cardi shit up here,
okay,
yo.
Okay. Just play it like on a lower volume.
Yeah, I gotta turn the volume down, guys, because I'm gonna wake V-Dog up.
It's hard recording during the week, but
I know, guys.
We're doing it for the pod.
Yes.
We're doing it for the future. For after Corona.
Hey, in real.
You can put it a little louder.
I was trying to find the right volume, but hey. Yeah, guys, it's getting real.
That's just funny.
Right?
And then they put Trump's face on her.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
like, who the
that's
fuck
true.
did I love when Cardi responds.
Yo, not for none, as much shit people talk about Cardi, I respect her because she pay attention. She be knowing what the hell going on.
And my thing is, like, she's so...
trying to tell y'all.
Like, her comedic timing is so great.
Oh my god, she's so awesome. That's my
Because, like, she won't even be trying to be funny and, like, the shit... I just love her.
But that just speaks to the creativity of Dominicans.
Yes.
Because if you guys do not know, this artist by the name of Yo Frangel has given us the theme song to that we didn't know we needed. Guys, it's getting real.
Oh, this is the one that came out a while ago, right? Like a month ago?
No, it came out like a week or so ago.
Isn't there another one though?
Well, in this current one, if you guys were wondering what I'm looking at, he's in the ambulance.
This
and
came
him
out
and
a week ago? I saw this a while ago.
No, I'm lying. It came out February 9th. I can't.
Okay.
I'm losing track of time, guys. Corona. I've been drinking too many Coronas. We want Coronas, but not Corona. But yeah, so they've got like a whole video. Like as soon as all this shit hit, they got right to it. Got the homies, whoever got the ambulance, they was like, yo, we lit. And the entire song is about getting the coronavirus and how it happens. And the ad-libs are them coughing.
Oh my god.
It's great.
Yeah, go check it out, guys.
Yeah, corona. Yo,
it's actually a bop.
It's really a bop, though. I'm mad that it goes this hard. But, yeah, so, shit. We actually got shit done. Wow.
Did you see my one post on Facebook where I was like, if I die from Corona, I want a Viking funeral and Corona beer?
Yes. So, well, now we know what she's gonna do. So, guys, tell us what you guys are gonna do if Corona gets you. Yeah. That's what I want to know. Let's talk about it on the next pod because we're gonna still be dealing with this. They're saying that this is supposed to go for like the next few months.
Well, did you see that one?
Mad kids are not going back to school and all that jazz.
That one psychic predicted this. That this was gonna happen. Oh fuck, what's her name?
I heard about something to that effect.
She said that it was gonna happen, and then it's gonna go away for a bit, and then it's gonna come back, and then it's gonna go away. Oh, Sylvia Brown in The End of Days. She said in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes, and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish and quickly, as it arrive, attack again. And I don't know what the fuck that word is. 10 years later, and then disappear completely. Also, 10 years later, also 2030. So remember that shit.
So the next time you have to fill out the census, guys, it's just gonna happen again, as per Miss Brown.
Hey.
But there's also, I saw today too, there was like this 17-year-old kid that has a website, and he was tracking the virus before it even got released in China. And he's like, he tracks like all the different viral whatever's that's going on in the world, and is like tracking how severe they're getting.
Yeah, because isn't this the 19th strain of this virus? Because it's called COVID-19.
Yeah, they said that it first appeared like in the 60s or 70s or something like that.
So it's been around.
It's been around. It's just that not to this severity, you know?
You know what's crazy? I was listening to Joe Budden. He was talking about, like, because we always assume aliens are, like, look like us or, like, have a body. But it's like, what if aliens are just viruses and we don't fucking know it?
Yo.
Mindfuck.
But
yeah, let's not get too too deep there. Like, what's that one guy? Fuck, he's always screaming.
Oh God, the one that was talking about the Parkland kids and how their parents sued him.
Yeah, he was always
the conspiracy theory guy.
Yeah, fuck, what's his name?
Shit. He used to hang out with Trump. Fuck, what is his name? I used to watch his videos. I can't remember his name now.
I typed in screaming guy. Yo, fuck, he has like a basic ass name too.
Yeah, that's the guy that went to like Bohemian Grove. Look up Bohemian Grove and you'll probably find his shit.
Alex Jones,
there we go.
Shout out to Alex Jones.
No, fuck him.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Fucking weirdo. But, Guys, I think this is actually wrapping it up. We got through those topics way faster than we thought. Hey.
Yeah. We kept it under 2 hours.
Right? But thanks for hanging in there with us. Guys, like I said, it's been real. Don't panic. Be good to each other. Help out your fellow buddies. As well, guys, look into your area, your different areas. I know Patterson right now in each ward, they have 2 different spots where kids can get breakfast and lunch. Like if you know a kid that, their family's a little down on their luck and they get their meals from school, there are resources for these kids so they can just pick up and go. I know Patterson's trying to get the homeless off the street.
How are they doing that exactly? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
What they're doing is...
If they could go pick up the lunch, then why can't they be in school? You know what I mean? It's just like...
Well, because they're not going there and actually like staying there and eating. They're literally grabbing and going. They're going to have... Drive-by. Yeah, basically like a drive-by kind of thing. Like they're...
Drive-through, I mean, not a drive-by.
Blah, 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 blah.
Here's your Corona, bitch.
But yeah, they're having people come, like they can come pick it up and take it home. They're
bagging the Corona for your kids,
right? What I was really proud of, though, I did hear, Flat Tummy T Mayor say that he's trying to get some of the local hotels to house homeless people, so that they have somewhere to go during the virus, so they're not just out and exposed. So I'm gonna hope that goes well.
I mean, like kind of late now though, because like the winter's over. Like it's nice outside now.
Yeah, but like they're just sitting outside waiting for Corona to creep up. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Or if they're outside and they're getting it, they won't be treated. Like it's gonna be hard for them to be treated. So I appreciate the initiative.
Is it surviving outside, like in the fresh air?
They don't know.
So
the CDC doesn't know. And I knew it was real when Trump started agreeing with the CDC. And I was like, oh, y'all really don't know what's about to happen. This is bad. So, guys, even if we're overreacting, it's okay to be prepared. Because keep in mind, too, with all these closures, there's going to be economic consequences.
Oh, yeah.
So just, conserve, be smart. Be good to each other. Wash your ass. If you're not sure if your butt's clean, smell it with your fingers and then wash it again.
Yeah, ew.
I'm just saying, you gotta check sometimes because some of these people, you figure out just how nasty people are right now.
Scrub that shit. Well, you know my whole thing was, people are going and getting that toilet paper, but they ain't going and getting fucking vitamins.
Hello. And they getting mad soap. What the fuck you been doing all this time?
Yeah.
You don't use soap?
Yeah.
Or y'all only wash like every 2 days?
And my thing is with the Purell, like, it only goes so far.
Exactly.
So you just be washing your hands, or after you take a shit, like, just shower. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, just be smart and sensible and do the right thing.
And
in the words of Mr. Spike Lee.
Be fucking considerate of, like, the older people that could only get out certain days of the week or whatever to go to the store and get that stuff.
Speaking of that, to you pendejos that are going to the bars and going to places where there's a lot of people, and I understand that these tickets are cheap, guys, but buy the tickets for a couple months from now because they're going to still be cheap for a couple months from now if you buy them right now. Do not take these flights because if they land all domestic flights, your ass ain't going to be able to come back from wherever the fuck you just went to. And then you're going to get your grandma sick. So let's be smart for the families around us as well because you can be a carrier with no symptoms. That's what's happening with Idris Elba right now. So be smart, guys.
Word. Shout out to them. But, I hope they don't like ground the planes just yet because Anna's supposed to be coming back, so that'll be lit. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
But
is the zombie apocalypse coming? Next time on Dragon Ball Z. So
alright, that sounds like a good way to end it right there.
Word. Watch Contagion, watch The Strain, watch all them virus shit if you want to scare the shit out of yourself.
Nah, don't do that shit.
Yo, The Strain, that's my shit though. That show was fire. we could instead of zombies, we could turn into vampires. That shit lit. Okay, bye guys, we're going.
All right.
Peace out. See you guys next episode.
Deuces.